Lisa Milos, UPTE member, medical interpreter at UCSF. There's about 100 optometrists statewide who've been trying to negotiate fairly with UCSF, but they've been unfair in their labor practice, basically.
And the UC Regents, they're appointed by the governor. It seems like even the UC Regents are not standing by the workers.
Yeah, no, they're not. In fact, the president right now of the UC is inside right now, talking, having a conversation or having a meeting there right now.
And they're buying hospitals?
Right. I heard that they bought St. Francis Hospital and St. Mary's Hospital just now. I mean, personally, I think that is kind of questionable, because wouldn't that, be like antitrust or fall under antitrust laws or something? I don't know. Also,
I mean, isn't this union busting? They're spending money on lawyers attacking the union. I mean, it seems like it's basically a capitalist union busting company.
Yeah, it is. They're basically, they even sent an email out. I heard they sent an email out saying that people couldn't even wear white coats because that was UC related somehow or another.
That's happening with also supporters of Palestine?
Yes.
Is there a similarity?
Yeah, in fact, it's very interesting because UC is heavily invested in Israeli bonds, and there's this whole divestment movement that is asking UC to divest from Israel. Also, Helen Diller Foundation has been tied to, there's still some more investigation needed to be able to confirm all that, but they've been tied to Canary Mission, which is an entity that has been attacking people who denounce Israel and denounce apartheid in Israel. The problem with the union in particular, I was very happy to see that the San Francisco Labor Council is supporting UPTE, but back in 2021, Kim, who spoke here today, Kim Taglioni, as executive director of the San Francisco Labor Council, opposed the resolution that we tried to bring forth for Palestine. When I say we, I'm talking about me as an UPTE delegate and 25 other delegates from other unions. My union, UPTE, passed a resolution in 2021 for Palestine, the executive committee, but that resolution has been since scrubbed from the UPTE website. And we need to show that
the San Francisco Labor Council has taken off their website.
I'm sorry, what?
San Francisco Labor Council has taken it off their website too.
Yeah, they took off
cleansing the websites.
Yeah,
what is that?
They whitewashed the website from all resolutions. My union did too, unfortunately, and this is something that we're calling attention to.
So their own history, they don't know about it. You can't find it.
The new members that are coming on are not aware of the history, of the powerful history of UPTE and presenting resolutions that support workers' power, including resolutions that we supported the patients at Laguna Honda who were dying because they were being transferred. We have presented resolutions in support of Standing Rock, for example, back in 2017. And to divest from Energy Transfer Partners, which, by the way, UC ended up agreeing with us and divested like $400 million from Energy Transfer Partners in the end. So it's kind of interesting how things go on. I'm very proud to see UPTE members coming out and also AFSCME members coming out. The leadership needs to, though, step up to the plate with regard to Palestine, because I want to say one thing. It's the same people who trained the police to shoot out the eyes of Chilean protesters back in 2019. It's the same people who trained the police in the George Floyd killing in 2020. It's the same people that are supporting apartheid Israel. Basically, it's Israel funding the training of police, participating in the training of police, and the police funding Israel as well. And it's the same people that we're fighting.
And these regents, who are they? Sounds like they represent corporations, business people.
Well, they do, yeah. BlackRock is heavily invested in there as well, which is the same entity that is, this
appointed by Gavin Newsom, who's a big supporter of Israel as well.
Right, Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, of course, Genocide Joe. BlackRock, which, by the way, UC also invests in BlackRock, displaces workers. In fact, last year there was a major demonstration because there was workers who worked at the motels that BlackRock owns, who were trying to organize into a union and were union busted as well, while the UC Regents were here as well. And so it's an issue that we're all interconnected. Workers need to stand together, and union leadership also needs to stand with the workers of Palestine and with the people of Palestine, because our money that's going to the taxes, through our taxes, to pay for genocide should really be used to support workers here at home.
I'm Kathryn Lybarger. I'm the Executive Vice President of AFSCME Local 3299, and we're out here in solidarity with our siblings who are on strike with UPTE. They're optometrists, and they're fighting for safe staffing, but today they're out here just protesting UC's unfair labor practices.
And there have been all these strikes with unfair labor practices. The UC Regents, why are they basically engaged in a union busting campaign? They hire lawyers. They're spending millions of dollars on lawyers against the unions. It should go to students. It should go to the staff.
Well, that is the question, right? Because our mission here and everybody out here, we're out here for the patients that come through this building, right, and come through all the clinics. So that is the question to put back on the Regents, put back on UC. This stalling is unethical. There's massive turnover in these clinics, and these are optometrists, professionals. This should not be a high turnover type of job. So something's going on. I applaud the optometrists for standing up and insisting that UC do what they should.
And is your union AFSCME facing outsourcing? Is that a concern to you?
It's something we've been fighting for 10 years. We're making headway, but it's only because of our holding UC's feet to the fire that we've been able to ensure that the facilities are staffed up. We're operating understaffed as well, though. Our team isn't bargaining today, and we were making the case to UC about respiratory therapists. And, you think about it. If you go into an optometry clinic and you can't get an appointment for weeks or months, or when you go, you've got to wait a long time. That's not the choice of these optometrists. That's the choice that UC makes.
And UC is buying all these hospitals. They bought just 2 hospitals in San Francisco. It seems like they've got a lot of money to expand.
Yeah, that's clear. So they're really making the case. There's no reason they can't actually meet the optometrists halfway, bargain in good faith about the issues that are really critical to everybody that optometrists are raising.
And the issue of health care, you have monopolization of health care. You have the Kaiser workers, you have Sutter, they all face the same issues. Why don't we have national health care single payer in California?
Well, healthcare is a big profit maker for those hospitals that consolidate. So, we've got to put the care back into healthcare.
Is that going to happen with the Regents you have? Because it seems like privatization, the executives are making millions of dollars. How much do these executives make who you're fighting?
Oh, Lord, millions of dollars. It's really workers who are going to ensure that people get the care that they need.
And there is an effort in California to have single payer. Where is that at? Because Governor Newsom promised that he was going to support that, but then he took money from the healthcare industry. He had private dinners during the COVID thing. You think that these politicians are going to be actually supporting it when they're taking money from the healthcare companies?
Again, it's, healthcare professionals that are always going to make sure that we're the ones fighting for patients. I know that there's another union of healthcare providers that fought to get SB 770, try and move the ball down the court towards a system of universal care that gives quality, affordable care to everybody. So we got to keep pushing. And
are you going to be able to support a strike? You have a no-strike clause in your contract?
It's why people have to be out here on their breaks. We do have it's illegal. It's against the law for people to go out on strike. In the meantime, though, it's why we're here, in every way that we possibly can be.
And you're also president of the state AFL-CIO. Have they taken a position yet on the ceasefire and what's going on with this genocide in Gaza?
No, they haven't.
Is that a reason? I mean, a lot of unions have already passed resolutions and some labor councils.
It has not come up for discussion yet.
What's your own view?
My union has actually passed a resolution we did back in, I think, October, declaring that we support a ceasefire and that we've got to bring free the hostages, but we've also got to bring all the aid that is necessary for the now thousands and thousands of people in Gaza who.
There's mass starvation going on?
Absolutely, and absolutely no medical care. People will die for the lack of water, clean water, and food.
Why this silence by the AFL-CIO? It seems like, there's a genocide, millions, are affected. Why are they silent?
That's a good question. I haven't talked about it yet with leadership of the AFL-CIO.
I think it's because they support Zionism, the idea of a Jewish state. What's your position on that?
I'm not going to speak to that.